Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a Q&A. I originally posted something on social media asking all of you guys to ask me 5 questions and basically not blaming anybody, but nobody asked any questions. I guess I'm no Kim Kardashian, so I went ahead and sort of compiled my own questions for me to answer. But anyway, yeah, I hope this little video kind of gives you a little insight on who I am, what I'm about. I plan on doing more of these Q&As in the future, tackling some stuff on, what I go through as an artist and advice and whatnot. But anyway, enjoy the video. Yeah, I was born in a small city right next to Oakland, California. It's called Hayward. Um, Lived there till about 96, and then my family moved to India. My father's actually from India, so he kind of had a plan for us to all move down there, and so I lived in India for about 5 or 6 years off and on until 2002 when I just decided to kind of, settle back in California and do all that stuff. And since then, I, met my wife, got married, had a kid, and here I am. Why did I start creating digital art? Well, thing is, I was always into traditional art. I kind of grew up always drawing, even when I was a kid. I used to draw a lot. And when I got older, my older brother was actually in a band, and I would always want to like create the album covers for his band or some kind of artwork. And I'd always kind of use pastels or pencils or markers or whatever to kind of create an album cover. And this was 20 something years ago, and I wasn't very skilled at the time. So with digital art, it seemed more tangible, creating more like sleek pieces, like especially using like photos and just having all those kind of computer tools to sort of like really make it look good. But like everything, nothing comes easy. It's with practice you get better. And that was the case with me. It was like, my first digital pieces were not so great, and then they kind of slowly improved. But I always felt digital art, I could really express myself the way I intended to show the viewer. Um, I'm not too skilled at drawing, but with digital art, I could use different elements, photos, 3D, and I could just kind of create what's in my mind. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh man, I have so many influences. Where do I start? First, I would like to probably mention music as one of my biggest influences. It's something that I even listen to when I'm creating an artwork. Typically metal. I do like different genres, but metal has always sort of spoken to me artistically. It's always given me inspiration. I like more of the darker artwork, so that's always kind of like a fuel for me. But as far as artists, I kind of, over the years, obviously, like some of the newer artists have influenced me majorly. Um, One of my favorites is Hugh Syme. He created most of Rush's album artwork. He did some Megadeth. He does Dream Theater stuff. He's kind of the guy that really got me into the whole digital art or like using photos to tell a story type thing. I loved his work because there was always sort of a theme with all of the stuff that he did for bands, you know what I mean? Like throughout the booklet, and I've always thought that was really cool. And then Travis Smith, of course, I actually kind of know him online. He kind of really spearheaded me doing album artwork. I discovered his work in, I think, 2000. I think it was a Nevermore artwork, Dead Heart in a Dead World, and I remember looking at it and just being like in awe of like, was it a painting? Was it a drawing? Was it photos? I mean, I was just blown away. I've never seen anything like that. And then there's also, I like Boris Vallejo, his work, his fantasy artwork, the way he drew or painted was so like, the women were beautiful. It was just over the top, but super realistic imagery. And of course, Derek Riggs, Iron Maiden. I can't tell you how many times I've drawn Eddie. I have Eddie on my arm. I have his artwork on my arm here. Huge influence. Besides Maiden being awesome, just the artwork that went with it was very influential. Another artist that I really love is Natalie Shao. She's from Lithuania. She specializes in dark art, very eye-catching stuff. I've been following her work for a long time. I even commissioned her to design a tattoo that's on me right now. Absolutely love her stuff. Like everything she comes up with is like really amazing. But yeah, there's just so much out there now with the internet, and I'm constantly networking with other artists, and it really is a good time to be alive as an artist in general. Just being able to just be influenced and just like ask people like, how would you do that, and get a response, and it's just really cool. Back in 2004, my brother's band was recording an EP, and they were like multitasking. One guy was doing the guitars on one track while the other guy was doing the vocals. It was just crazy, and they needed to get everything done in a specific amount of time. So, at this point, I was sort of like just practicing with Photoshop, and I was fairly okay. I was like 22 at the time. So, anyway, they wanted me to do the album artwork, and I said, yeah, of course I'll do it. And they kind of came up with the concept, and the drummer was kind of into like motorcycles, so he decided, hey, how about we have a motorcycle on the front cover, and you can shoot me with the digital camera, and then you can just kind of slap the logo on there, and boom, 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 and that's pretty much how it came to be. And I kind of put everything together, and it actually came out pretty decent. And it just sort of, from that point on, it just kind of like, I got really into it, and was getting kind of more excited about like doing other bands' work, and yeah, it just, that's all it really took. And yeah. I do actually. I play the drums, or I played the drums. I've been in and out of bands since 2004 to 2013. I'm sort of on a hiatus right now. My son was born in December of 2013, and a lot of things kind of came up, and I just, band's a lot of hard work. You got to kind of get along with the people in the band, as well as dedicate a lot of time to playing shows and writing and stuff like that. And I was just at a stage where I felt like I needed a break, or I enjoyed doing more of the artwork rather than playing the music. But I definitely do miss it some days. But I really enjoyed playing music when I did. One of my bands, we went on a tour and we played some fairly big gigs, and we were on the radio, and there's a couple times we're on TV. But it's just like making it in the music business is tough, and that's why I like creating the artwork for bands, is because I sort of can live vicariously through them without doing all the hard work, or at least, all the performing and lugging around heavy equipment and stuff like that. But I definitely do miss it, and I'll probably play eventually. But for right now, I'm pretty content with just focusing on my art career and family and all that stuff. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little Q&A. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep posting content. I'm going to try at least once a week. And I'm going to be doing more of these Q&A things too. So just make sure you keep in touch, and I'll see you next time.